Hi home bakers! Today I'm in the kitchen making gingerbread cupcakes. These festive cupcakes bake up light, moist, and tender with the perfect amount of holiday spice. Paired with a swirl of cream cheese icing, they're the sweetest little treat for holiday baking, any of your Christmas celebrations, or winter birthdays. If you love gingerbread cookies, you're going to fall in love with these moist gingerbread cupcakes, full of molasses and warm holiday spices. This cupcake recipe is quick and easy to make, and the perfect addition to any holiday dessert table. So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make gingerbread cupcakes. The first thing I'm going to do for this recipe is make the cupcake batter. For the dry ingredients, I'm going to whisk together 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a ½ teaspoon of salt, and for the holiday spices, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, a ½ teaspoon of ground clove. Whisk these together and then set aside. And now for the wet ingredients. In a large bowl, cream together a ½ cup of softened butter with a ½ cup of brown sugar. Mix this until it's light and creamy. Then I'm going to beat in 2 eggs, one at a time, and scrape down the bottom and sides of the bowl after each addition. Beat in 1 cup of fancy or light molasses. Finally, I'm going to mix in 1 cup of hot water until everything is well combined. And to bring my batter together on low speed, mix in the dry ingredients until you have a smooth batter. Now all I need to do is scoop the batter into the prepared muffin cups. I'm going to be making some regular sized cupcakes and some mini cupcakes as well. And my cupcakes are ready to go into my preheated 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius oven and bake for 15 to 20 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. The time is going to depend on if you're making mini or regular sized cupcakes. I'm going to let these cupcakes cool completely before adding any icing or decorations. Now for these gingerbread cupcakes, I'm going to be making a silky smooth cream cheese icing. In a bowl, beat together 1/4 cup of softened butter with 1 8-ounce brick of softened cream cheese. Beat this together until light and fluffy. Add in 3 cups of icing sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. To add a little festive flavor to my cream cheese icing, I'm also going to mix in 1 teaspoon of orange extract. Mix this on low until the sugar is absorbed. Then increase the speed and beat until you have a thick and fluffy icing. Spread this icing generously on top of each cupcake or use a piping bag to decorate. And of course, to make these cupcakes extra festive, I'm going to add some Christmas decorations. I have some gingerbread themed sprinkles, some tiny gingerbread man, and some pomegranate pieces that I'm going to decorate on top. Each bite of these Christmas cupcakes bursts with ginger, cinnamon, clove, and molasses, giving you that nostalgic gingerbread flavor. It's the cutest gingerbread dessert everyone will request year after year. And a welcome addition to all those Christmas cookies that you've been making. And as always, you can find a link to the full written recipe in the description box below. Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.